This slow and shallow breathing is the master key of success. The shape and the form of the body has become hazy, and many parts even do not appear in our knowledge. Our mind has given up the shape and the form of the body, and hence the concept of inside and outside has disappeared. Now our experience is homogeneous, undivided, formless presence. When the shape and the form of our body is dropped, no other shape and form has any value. This thought-free, undivided, homogeneous presence is the ultimate truth. One has to remain utterly aware of the breathing quality. If breathing becomes deep, then we are on the verge of entering sleep. If breathing becomes faster, body identification is likely to take place. This freedom from body identification has to be recognized. This is that. Having recognized it perfectly and correctly, there is no more living as body, but living through the body. Take deep breathing slowly, 2-3 times. Move your toes and fingers, and the body identification is back. The notion that I am inside the body, I am the body, and the world is outside and I am not the world, this illusion again begins. Come to cognize that our existence is independent of the body and the world. This cognition happens through practice. Offer everything to the Lord. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. when we deal with any energy, let it be fire or electricity or any energy, we have to follow the rules and the laws under which that energy is operating. We cannot say that, I don't know that electricity gives a shock, so I'm so sorry. No. Not knowing the laws of electricity is not an excuse acceptable. Ignorance is not an excuse. Suppose you are driving car and you say, oh, I didn't know there was a sign here, don't take right turn, and I take a right turn. That is not acceptable. You are supposed to know. If this is true with reference to the traffic rules, the laws of electricity, the laws of fire, it is equally true with reference to our life. We have to live in accordance with the laws that we are living in this world. If we don't live, we will suffer. See? And for that, we cannot find an excuse, but I didn't know. No, you have to know then, if you don't know. So what are those laws? And these laws are, we can say, given in our scriptures, or they can be discovered by us if we start distinctly and clearly learning from our every experience. Then these laws will be unfolded before us. And with that understanding, we live our life. Then we are living 24/7 in meditation, because now meditation is happening. We are no more struggling. So, with the knowledge of how electrical current or energy operates, we come in contact with electrical energy and harvest and enslave that energy to our benefit. Much more powerful is the energy called as the mind. So we have to know what are the rules and regulations which are governing the operation of the mind. See, mind has two functions. One is the function of perception. Second is the function of projection. Perception aspect is essential for leading a normal life. See, when I am walking, I perceive that there is a hole or a stone on the road. So with that knowledge, when I step, I protect myself in such a manner that I don't tumble down or I don't fall in that hole. So this is the perception aspect. There is a second aspect called as projection aspect. Projection aspect is, I see something, I go for the window shopping, time pass, and there I see something, oh, sale, mega sale. Buy one and take two free. See, if you are in Ahmedabad, then more rush. See, so we go there and start watching. Oh, it is original price 2,500 rupees. On sale, it is only 20 rupees. Wow! So buy one, get two free. My God! Can there be a better saving of money than this? See? Therefore it is said, when a man goes to the shop, he pays 2 rupees for the object of 1 rupee and buys that object because he needs it. A woman goes to the shop, buys an object which actually costs 2 rupees, but she buys for 1 rupee, although she doesn't need it. See, this is the projection aspect of the mind. And when the mind has projected something on something, then the mind gets hooked up to that object. And this projection is called as giving value to the things. That what we have given value to anything in this world. And the value is of 2 types, the positive value and the negative value. When the positive value is given to anything or anybody, we are attracted towards that object. And when we give the negative value to anything, then we are repelled from that object. The net result is we are not at peace with ourselves. Now, who is the culprit? The object? No. The mind? No. Then the projection aspect of the mind? No. Then when we get identified with that projection, then the samsara begins. See, the other day I was in Switzerland, and when I was going, my friend told me, Swamiji, you know, this Swiss knife is world renowned and it is very important. It contains all the gadgets. So I want to give you something. So shall I give you this knife? I said, do you have this knife? Yes, Swamiji, I have. I said, tell me, how many times in your whole life you have used this knife? Really, not many times. But then some gift I want to give you. See? I said, there are many things in this world which are extremely wonderful, only to appreciate, never to possess. For example, marriage. See? But when we don't understand this, we fall victim to our own projections. Therefore, we have to understand clearly this aspect of our personality, and with this aspect and understanding, when we start living our life, day-to-day life, then we function through the mind. We use the mind without the mind harming us. See? Like we use the electricity without the electricity harming us. In the same manner, we can use the mind, provided we have a clear understanding about the functioning of the mind. See? Mind has 3 kinds of interactions with the world. One, it is attracted towards some objects. घर को बढ़ाना चाहिए. The house is very small these days. You know, there is no place. Why there is no place? When you constructed the house, there was sufficient place. No, then we got this furniture, that furniture. So now we want to have additional room for the furniture. We don't want to throw that furniture out of the house. If you really want to start your spiritual life, be courageous enough to reject all that what you have not used for last 6 months. Then we will have to reject our husband and wife. Isn't it? Last 6 months not used. Chale jao, koi zarurat nahi. See? So the mind is so much obsessed and attracted towards these inner things. And then we make a great emotional commotion out of it. Heritage buildings. The heritage of the stones and bricks we understand. The heritage of the quality thoughts that we don't understand because we are dumb, only stone oriented. See? Therefore, friends, the mind is operating under the inertia mode when it gives too much value to the worldly objects. Second thing. The mind also becomes obsessed under the dynamic mode. And such people are workaholics. They just can't keep cool. Non-stop. Something or the other they have to do. And such people, those who are in such families, in that family the children suffer the most. Because this oldie has no problem of waking up early in the morning because he never sleeps at night. And the youngsters are nicely sleeping 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the Bhujangasana comfortably. And these old fellows have no sleep. So they, come on, get up early in the morning. See, it is said early to bed and early to rise. Come on, get up, get up. And do what? See? So the second place where the mind gets obsessed is activity. And the third place where the mind gets extremely involved is knowledge. I want to know this, I want to know that. I want to know this, I want to know that. See? Ganga gaye Ganga Das, Jamna gaye Jamna Das, ghar mein aaye Devdas. See? And so much of knowledge we go on collecting. I have a friend, he doesn't know much English. He is basically a Gujarati. A real Gujarati is the one who doesn't know English. So he is the real Gujarati, a very nice, good friend of mine. He took me once to his house. He has got a very nice house on the banks of Narmadaji. And he has got a huge library. In that library, books are in Hindi, English and Sanskrit. And also a few books in Gujarati. So he should be, Swamiji, see, I have collected these books. So for what? Anybody can read. What about you? We are collecting the books for others. A person who cannot read the books, what he has collected, will others ever read it? See? In this manner, we get only in a spree of collecting knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. And these are the three areas where the mind gets fully occupied. See? And then we are completely lost in this relative world. How we are lost in the relative world? First, when we collect the things, at the time of collecting the things, including money, there is a lot of problem. After you collect the things or the money, to protect it is a super problem. And the worst problem is when you have to give it away to somebody, it is the most painful thing. See? There was a friend of mine in Bombay, he came and he said, Swamiji, you know my dad was very fond of you and he was always listening to your CDs and all that. Now he is no more. And he was a very great student in his whole life and he has collected so many books. Now problem for us is what to do with those books. Will you please take it? See, we keep on collecting the things. So first, recognize that the mind is hooking us in the objective world, or the mind is hooking us in some kind of activities, or the mind is hooking us in kind of collecting knowledge, 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 and never practicing in life at all. When the study is made, what we do is lift the knowledge from the book to the brain. That's all. See? Like, you know, when the sounds are recorded in the analog format, and if you want to burn a CD, you have to convert it into the digital format. So if you understand this language, then what is printed in the books is the analog format. You study that and bring it to your brain, it is the digital format. See? So in analog you have got this much of VHS. And when you convert it into the digital, it can be put into a small area. In the same manner, we keep on reading, studying. All the analog is removed and put into the digital format. And when this is done, then there is nothing but the erudition, scholarship, and we have to show to the world that I have studied. See? This Lions Club's meeting in Bombay, I am a victim many a times. So, when the person comes, gives his, welcome and introduction to the speaker, and then he will start. And while he is starting, because I am a Babaji, so he has to fire in between, not share, but shlokas, because it should match with the speaker. And then, look here, our Bhagavad Gita told us, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoham. Swamiji taught me. I feel like committing Atmahatya. First of all, I had never seen this gentleman in my whole life. And second thing, what a audacity. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho in Bhagavad Gita. Which edition? This verse is not in Bhagavad Gita. So when I told him afterwards, really it is not in Bhagavad Gita? I thought every shlok is only in Bhagavad Gita. Now look here. Is it necessary to quote if you don't know? Then the other people come. अरे मेहता जी बहुत बढ़िया लेक्चर झाड़ा. You study also Gita? Yes, Gita I study. Upanishad you have to study. Upanishad also you study. Mehta ji becomes Mota ji. See? And when you study Upanishad, then you require to know Brahma Sutra. The other fellow gets a heart attack. I am gone now. I know nothing. You have to study, man. You have to study. So that knowledge becomes only another burden. See, friends. And this is how we get lost in life. But when the same knowledge is digested and assimilated in life, then digested and assimilated food is not heavy. It does not increase the weight of the body. That food which is not digested, which is not assimilated, and which is stored in the form of fat, that food increases the weight of the body. In the same manner, if the study will help us in digesting what is studied with proper understanding, digested knowledge becomes wisdom. And with that wisdom, now we start living every day, every moment of our life. It is this what is said in Bhagavad Gita. I told you in the beginning, there are 3 places how meditation happens. First, I told you in the 2nd chapter where Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadhi kim prabhacheta kimasita vrajeta kim. Then I told you what is the meaning of a devotee. A devotee is 24 hours in meditation. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukha kshami aneketa shuchir dakshaha. All those qualities are in a devotee, naturally they are. See? He doesn't have to struggle. Because for him, everything is permeated by the divine presence. His vision has completely changed. Now the 3rd place where meditation happens effortlessly is in our Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, where Bhagwan Krishna gives a clear understanding about our personality, the 3 aspects of inertia, activity and the knowledge are attributed to Prakriti respectively with the Tamoguna, Rajoguna and Sattvaguna. Everything is happening in the three gunas, good and bad. But our identity is something beyond the three gunas. Whether activity is there or not, we continue to exist. Whether inertia is there or not, we continue to exist. Whether knowledge is there or not, we continue to exist. This uncontaminated substratum supporting every experience of life remains untouched by any experience. Re-establishing our identity with this substratum, which is supporting everything, but which is untouched by anything, is called as meditation happening. And this is what, when Bhagwan has told in detail, Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasaha jaganya gunavrittistha adho gachanti tamasaha. When we are under the influence of this objective world, we are leading the most disgusting life, collecting stones and bricks. See, you go to many houses, they have got so many things. There is no place to stay. And too much of purchasing is a sign of depression. Those who go on purchasing, they are having tremendous depression. Try this as your spiritual practice for meditation to happen. Remove most of the things from your house except your wife and husband. See, remove, they are not required. And see what a joy it is. This I discovered. I shifted from one place to another place in Bombay. And I did not do, somebody did it for me, because I was all the time on the move. So they have packed all my books and things in cartons, about 30 of them, 25 of them. So many books. And they were kept in that new house. Every time I will go there, I will see they are all standing on my head. Oh God, I have to remove them. But there is no time that I can spend with that. Finally, one day I told my friend, I said, look here, all these books you take to this library, I have spoken to them, give them all the books. I don't want a single book. There were so many photographs, Bhagavan, Krishna, this Mahatma, that Mahatma, so many people I have given. All those photographs also I dispose of. So many gods, dozens of them, a gallery of gods, all that I dispose of. And I did not do, simply told, do it and let me know. And when I got the message, Swamiji, as you told, we have cleared everything. I said, don't have a single nail on the wall, nothing hanging on the wall. And when they did it, they told me, ha, I felt so relieved. Now, where was the load? It was only in the mind. And so many things I have, so many things I have. See, friends, try this. Clothes. How many? पुरानी लुंगी नहीं पोछने के काम आए, कह रहा फेंको. Useless. We don't want to leave the things, hold on to those dirty things, Then the second thing, about the activity. Bhagavan says here that madhye tishtanti rajasaha. Those who are extremely workaholic and active, they have no time for anything. We have to find out time for our own evolution. See, we have to find out. We will never get time. As much we have duty towards our nears and dears, as much we have duty towards our society, that much we have duty towards ourselves. See? And that duty towards ourselves is we have to have freedom when we get involved and when we withdraw. If this freedom is not recognized by us, we fall victim to our own creation. See, many people, they build up their business in a very big way, working day and night very hard. And when the question of handing over the business to the children comes, then, no, my children tell me, Papa, don't go, therefore I am hanging. They may tell, you have to have the wisdom. No, but I know I have done that. I have given up everything to them. Only little thing I kept with me. What is that? Signing the checks. Little thing. See? To whom are we cheating? See? Therefore, let us reserve this freedom to withdraw from the world in a moment. Those who are unable to withdraw from the world, they begin a particular thing and they are responsible for the destruction of the thing. Nobody destroys it. Hand over. See? This is the second aspect of the mind which keeps us bound in this relative world and we suffer. And third is urdhvam gacchanti sattvasthaha. So those who are studious and those who are contemplative, they get self-oriented. Now their hunger is neither of the worldly objects nor any projects in this world. Now their hunger is only one. How long this whole tamasha is going on? See, to tell us this, our scriptures tell the stories that there was a king called as Bharat, after whom India is named as Bharat, and he ruled for 10,000 years and handed over the kingdom to his children and went to the forest and wanted to merge in the reality. The moral of the story is, even if you are